for my city, this for my city, this for the town, this for the town, this for the win, this for the win, this for the crown, this for the crown, this for my homies and brothers, they know that I love them, I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city, I promise, I'll show you around. This for my city, 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 this for my homies and brothers, they know that I love them, I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city, I promise, I'll show you around. This for my city, you know how we on it, they know how we coming. Visit my city, we thank you for coming. We party at night and go home in the morning. Shorty is watching, she know that I'm on her. Got me excited, she
Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Tip-off goes to the Hornets. Ball taking his time here. And that's good. His first bucket of the game. And Grant, for each of these teams, wins have been tough to come by lately.
No doubt. That creates a little bit of added pressure, too. So the last thing a struggling team wants to do is lose to an opponent in the same situation.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Ball. Miller outside. Spins. Back to Ball. It's stolen by Ingram. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Toronto shooting their first free throw this game. After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Grant.
Yeah, he's scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting, and beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive, too.
Now here's Ball. Puts up a three. He can't hit that time.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line. You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Now here's Ball. Into the lane. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First personal foul.
And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position, Grant?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
And that one's good. Quickly.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Up top Ball. Uses the glass on the layup. Ball's got 6.
What a finish by LaMelo Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
Ingram. Driving in. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Inside. Here's Ball. That bucket makes him 3 for 5.
Well, the quickness helps LaMelo Ball out inside right there. Just allows him to get the quick drop on the defense.
Pass to Pirtle. To the inside. Here's Ingram. Ooh, Williams with the block. Here's Quickly. Williams grabs the board. Charlotte trailing. Here's Bridges. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Miles Bridges up in the air above the rim. That is a show. Look out below.
Here's Barrett. Banked it in off the glass.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Here's Miller. Pirtle grabs a miss.
Charlotte's foul.
And in recent seasons, Grant, almost no team's been hit by the injury bug as much as the Hornets.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, you wonder what they could have done if they'd stayed healthy. They built the team around key players, and those guys have just missed a lot of time.
Toronto leading by 3. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions, he's unselfish, he's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly Barnes has a big fan here.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Pass to Williams. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
I think this guy's a threat to throw it down every time Pirtle gets his hands on the ball. This guy has tremendous size and takes advantage.
Now here's Ball. Give him 8 points now. Here's Green. Shot clock at 6. And the basket by Bridges.
Oh, it's exactly what you want to see from Miles Bridges. Assert himself, use that frame to convert through contact.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Barnes, no good. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. They trail by 1. Oh, rejected by Pirtle.
Active defense from Jakob Pirtle, that's the key. When he stays active and alert, blocks are going to be there for him.
Ball right side. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. It's the Raptors up 1. And we'll be back with you shortly. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. You know, you take a look at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, we've watched them force their way to the line, and it seems to be working so far.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Well, Doris, one thing about LaMelo Ball, not many true point guards walking around at 6'7".
BA, the length of a forward and yet one of the most prolific playmakers in the game today. That gives a coach a lot of versatility and options with one individual player.
And Ball gets it to go.
There is just such enthusiasm, such a love for the game with LaMelo, shot after shot going down.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to review the game plan. The Raptors with a lead. It's Barnes on the wing. Buries it from 3. Barnes has got 5 now.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
Man. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Barnes drives in. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Miller. Basket's good. He has 7.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Now Miller. Yet to see a basket. Good.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Here's Ingram. The rebound by Bridges. Hornets trail by 5. After their title in 2019, the Raptors have struggled to stay among the league's elite stores.
Well, think about it, B.A. The driver of that title success was Kawhi Leonard and Kyle Lowry. Both of those players are gone. Very hard to replace players of that caliber. Almost inevitable they were going to take a step back.
Outside man. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. It's stolen by Pirtle. And they're on the break. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offense in transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Williams with the screen. Outside for Green. Down low. Here's Bridges. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
I'll tell you, no secret that Miles Bridges at his best when finishing at the cup.
Here's Barnes. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Mark Williams.
Oh, unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Raptors.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and now that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Screen by Bridges to the middle. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players, Michael, LeBron, but let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses, and even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Tries to keep it alive. Just 5 to shoot. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Quickly. A minute 31 left in the first half of this one. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
To Toronto.
Raptors lead by 12. Left side Barnes. Pass to Ingram. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Miller outside. And here's Bridges. Outside, Green. Screen by Bridges. And Green, good for 3. Green's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open. .46 seconds left in the first half.
Pirtle. Miller pulls it in. Hornets trail by 9. Here's man. Bridges outside. Pass to Miller. Back to Bridges. It's stolen by Ingram. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession.
Toronto ball.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Barrett. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
Personal foul.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
I think one of the things I most admire about R.J. Barrett's game, he can do a little bit of everything. He can score it, board it, pass it at a high level. This young man can play the game.
Here's Mann. No good with the triple. The three from Barnes. Oh, it goes! He got it off in time!
Just in the nick of time.
Count the basket!
Yeah, that's exactly how to end the half on a high note. Tacking 3 points onto this lead at the horn. The mood in each of those locker rooms will be very different.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Grant, the Hornets are a team hoping to end a pretty substantial playoff drought.
Yeah, it's been a long time since they made a buzz in the postseason, but their return could be closer than people think. A few smart moves here or there might be all it takes.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Bridges. Here's Diabate. 4 seconds left. Back to Bridges. The three. They get the rebound. They shoot again. And finally, that one's good. Bridges has got 8 points.
And this is something this guy takes pride in, capitalizing on second chance opportunities.
Here's Shed. And it's all from three-point range. Hornets trail by 16. And there's a pick. Pass to Diabate. Outside for Green. Intercepted. And here's the fast break. Here's Mobo. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
And it's in there.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there. Absolutely tenacious guys, stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
To the paint. Here's Diabate. Ha, well-timed shot fake. Got the defender off the ground right there. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Outside Dick. Lets the three fly. Diabate grabs the board. Hornets trail by 14. Doris, Trey Mann is an example of a semi-late bloomer in the NBA.
The NBA, that's not unusual for a player in his early 20s. Now he's been with a couple of different organizations. There's a versatility to how he contributes in the stat sheet, and a lot of times, especially for somebody of Trey Mann's skill set, it's about fit.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of change for this Hornets organization. New ownership, a new front office, a new head coach, some exciting new talent. They're renovating the arena and building a new practice facility. Other than that, not much has changed. BA?
Business as usual, Allie. Thanks. Dick gets the bucket.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
On the attack, Green.
Come on now, what a talent. Slips through the lane and just flushes it home.
Oh, the D feeling some shame right there. That was big league. And that one misses. And when Josh Green is on the floor, you trust him to make the right decision, Doris.
Well, athletically, he can be a game changer on the defensive end. When he takes care of the ball and makes a simple play, he can be so productive. Guy is very selective when he shoots, very smart basketball player.
Here's Ball. Outside for Green. 6 on the shot clock. Rebound by the Raptors.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Here's Williams. It's rebounded by Dick. Raptors lead by 17. Here's Mobo. Offensive rebound. Launches it. Drops in the three. Mobo's got 7 now in this quarter.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Pass to Bridges. Ooh, coming through again, shooting 5 for 7 now.
Well, you've got to see the whole floor. LaMelo Ball does exactly that, finds the open man.
Here's Mobo. Three-pointer off the mark. Hornets trail by 18. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Miller. Out to Bridges. The three ball. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Tell you, the ability to act quickly, to get your shot up as soon as you make the catch, that's beautifully done by Bridges.
First team foul. Checking in for Charlotte. Grant
20 seconds left in the third quarter. Right wing. There's the three. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3. That's on Grant Williams.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
He does not get the second one. And he nails the third. And here's Charlotte now. 17-point game. Here's Ball. Ball ventures inside and converts.
What an incredible ankle breaker to help create space for a shot.
And Seth Curry is going to pick up the foul.
Standing on business, all of these shoes, never gonna miss us. Riding in farms with. Bet if I like 'em, probably gon'. This for the city, this for the ones that ain't make it.